Hello everyone. In this video we'll explain about design of clutches and also we'll solve problems under single plate clutches. It comes under module 4 according to V2 syllabus, chapter name clutches and brakes. First let me tell you what is a clutch and what are the different types of clutches. Clutch is a device used to connect or disconnect the driving and driven shaft at will without interfering the driving shaft. During normal running condition, there will be one driver shaft connected to engine and there will be one driven shaft connected to transmission system. So during normal running condition, these two shafts will be connected to each other, or these two shafts will be engaged. As a result, motion will be transmitted from driver shaft to driven shaft. But when you shift the gear in case of any vehicles, you need to disengage these two shafts, driver shaft and driven shaft. So this engagement and disengagement that can be done with the help of clutches. There are two types of clutches. One is positive clutch and second one is friction clutch. In positive clutch, in each disc there will be one jaw kind of projections, but the main problem with this positive clutch is at very high RPM it is very difficult to engage and disengage this jaw kind of arrangement. Coming to second type, friction clutch. In friction clutch, one disc will be attached at the end of driver shaft. Similarly, one more disc will be attached at the end of driven shaft. And the disc surface, if you consider, they will provide some frictional material or some frictional lining they will provide. And during normal running condition, just because of the frictional force between these two surfaces, it will be held firmly and power will be transmitted or motion will be transmitted from one shaft to second shaft. You can see diagram of friction clutch in this slide. According to VTU syllabus, you have to study only friction clutch. And coming to classification of friction clutch, this friction clutch is again classified into three types. One is single plate clutch, second one multi-plate clutch, and third one cone clutch. In single plate clutch, there will be only one clutch disc, and this clutch disc sometimes frictional material will be provided only on one side, and sometimes this frictional material will be provided on either side also. If frictional material is provided on either side of this disc, then we can say both sides are effective. If frictional material is provided only one side, then it is, we can call it as only one side is effective. Multi-plate clutch, if you consider, in multi-plate clutch you can see number of frictional plates here. Both diagrams, if you consider, you can see more than one frictional plates. That is the difference between single plate clutch and multi-plate clutch. Coming to design procedure of a single plate clutch, first calculate what is the torque transmitted using equation torque is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P divided by N, where P is power in kilowatt, N is RPM. Usually in most of the questions, power to be transmitted will be given and RPM will be given. So using this equation you can calculate torque transmitted. Then find out mean diameter. There are two criteria. One is uniform pressure theory and second one uniform wear theory. Under uniform pressure condition, you can calculate mean diameter using equation number 13.9c, and for uniform wear condition, you can calculate mean diameter using equation number 13.9f. In this equation, d1 or di is inside diameter of the disc and d2 or d0 is outside diameter of the disc. Usually in most of the question they will mention which theory how to use, whether uniform pressure condition or uniform wear condition. If it is not mentioned in question, we can assume uniform wear condition. Remember, if condition is not given in question, assume uniform wear condition. In step number 3, calculate axial force using equation 13.9a. This is for uniform pressure condition, and under uniform wear condition you can use equation number 13.9d. In this equation, pi into P d2 square minus d1 square by 4, here P is maximum pressure. You can get this value from table number 13.4. Sometimes this pressure value will be given in question. This is small letter p. If pressure value is not given in question, you can get pressure value from table number 13.4. And here D1 is inside diameter Di and D2 is outside diameter D0. After calculating axial force, calculate torque transmitted. So here in this question, in most of the problem, you will be having this torque value from step number 1. Substitute torque value here. You have to use equation number 13.9c for both uniform pressure condition and uniform wear condition. Same equation to calculate torque transmitted under uniform pressure condition and uniform wear condition. Mu is coefficient of friction. If it is not given in question, you can refer same previous table, table number 13.4. FA from previous step number 3. dm value using any one of this equation. And n dash is number of effective surfaces. If only one side is effective, n dash value will be 1. If both sides are effective, then n dash value will be 2. After calculating torque transmitted, find out different dimensions of the clutch: inner diameter, outer diameter, mean diameter, and in most of the disc plate, thickness of disc will be in between 1 to 3 mm, so you can fix any number in between 1 to 3 mm. Also calculate axial force in all the problems. Moving on to first problem. A car engine develops maximum power of 15 kW at 1000 rpm. Clutch used is single plate type. Both sides are effective, having external diameter 1.25 times internal diameter. Coefficient of friction mu is 0.3. Maximum axial pressure is not to exceed 0.085 Newton per mm square. Determine the dimensions of friction surfaces. Assume uniform pressure condition. Actually, this last sentence is given in the question only. Assume uniform pressure condition. So coming to solution, first note down all the given values. First sentence, power transmitted is given 15 kW. So P value 15 kW, N value is 1000 rpm. Clutch used is single plate type. Both sides are effective. Since both sides are effective, N dash value will be 2. I or N dash value, we'll write it as N dash. So N dash is 2. And in second sentence, it is given that external diameter is 1.25 times internal diameter. That means D2 or D0 is equal to 1.25 times Di. Coefficient of friction mu is given 0.3. And pressure value small letter p 0.085 Newton per mm square. You have to determine different dimensions of clutch surface or friction surface. In step number 1, as I told already, find out torque transmitted. Here P is given, power should be in kilowatt, N is RPM. Substitute P and N, you will get torque value as 143.25 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. In step number 2, first identify whether uniform wear condition is given or uniform pressure condition is given. In this question, uniform pressure condition is given. So to calculate dm, use equation 2 by 3 d2 cube minus d1 cube divided by d2 square minus d1 square. This equation you can find exactly below equation number 13.9c. All the values are known here. You can substitute d2 in terms of di. Substitute these values. You will get final dm value as 1.13 times di or d1. Step number 3. Calculate axial force. Calculate axial force using equation number 13.9a, because uniform pressure condition is given. Here small letter p is pressure. This value is given in question. Substitute d2 and d1. You will get Fa as 0.0375 di square. Then calculate torque using equation 13.9c or 13.9f. You can use any equation. Both equations are same. In this equation, torque value from step number 1, mu is given in question, Fa from step number 3, dm from step number 2, I or n dash is number of effective surfaces. So substitute all known values, simplify, you will get d1 value as 224 mm. After getting D1, you can find out D2 also 280 mm. Then find out DM value. To find out DM is given by 1.13 D1. Substitute D1, you will get DM value. After getting DM, find out axial force and thickness of disc. You can write any number in between 1 to 3 mm. Moving on to second problem. Design a single plate clutch used in automobile transmission system for following specification. Power transmitted is 20 kilowatt. Speed 1500 rpm to 2500 rpm. Friction surface is molded asbestos on steel. So this question, if you consider, small letter p value is not given and also coefficient of friction is not given, mu value is not given, but material is given. Friction surface is molded asbestos on steel. Therefore, to find out small letter p pressure and mu value, you have to refer table number 13.4. First, note down all given values. First sentence, power transmitted is given, P is 20 kilowatt. Speed varies between 1500 rpm to 2500 rpm. While calculating torque transmitted, use minimum RPM 1500 RPM. P is power, it's given 20 kilowatt. Substitute 20 and minimum RPM. You will get torque value as 127.33 into 10 raised to 3 Newton mm. To proceed further, I need any one diameter, either DI inner diameter or outer diameter D naught. But in this question, both inside diameter and outside diameter, none of the values are given. Since shaft diameter is unknown here, first find out shaft diameter. To find out shaft diameter, you can use equation, torsional equation, T by J is equal to tau by R. This procedure you have to follow only when di and d1 or the relationship between di and d naught, it's not given in the question. Previous problem, if you consider, it was given that d naught is equal to 1.25 times di, but here none of the relation is given, so you have to use this torsional equation to find out diameter. In this torsion equation, T value from previous step, J value pi d to the power 4 by 32, R is equal to d by 2. To get shear stress tau value, assume C40 material. For C40 material, sigma y is 324 Newton per mm square. This value from your data and book. Assume factor of safety 3. Therefore, sigma working is equal to sigma y divided by factor of safety. So 324 by 3, you will get 108. I need tau value. Tau is equal to sigma divided by 2. So you will get tau value as 54. We'll assume keyway factor as 0.75 because in order to mount this disc, you have to provide one keyway slot. Therefore, we'll consider this keyway factor as 0.75. Therefore, stress value will reduce by 0.25 times. So to find out stress, multiply this tau value by 0.75. You will get tau value as 40.5 Newton per mm square. This one has to be tau, not sigma. Substitute T, J, tau and R in this equation. You will get diameter as 25.2 mm. So this is the diameter of shaft that I have calculated. On this shaft, we have to mount disc surface. From design of shaft chapter, we'll standardize this shaft diameter. You will get standard shaft size as 28 mm. After calculating shaft size, then you have to find out what is the inner diameter of friction surface. Inner diameter of friction surface, we can assume di or d1 as 4 times d, 4 times diameter of shaft. So you will get inner diameter of friction surface 112 mm. Assume uniform wear condition. It's not mentioned in question. Therefore, we'll assume uniform wear condition. First, calculate dm. Equation is d1 plus d2 by 2. This is for uniform wear condition. You can see this equation exactly below equation number 13.9f. So you will get dm in terms of d2. After calculating dm, next step, calculate axial force, equation number 13.9d for uniform wear condition. Here P P max value is unknown, pressure is unknown. So refer table number 13.4. Materials are given, molded asbestos on steel combination. Therefore, P max range is given in data and book 0.34 to 0.98 mega Newton per meter square. Assume maximum value 0.98 mega Newton per meter square. Therefore, P value will be 0.98 mega Newton per meter square. Convert that into Newton per mm square. You will get 0.98 Newton per mm square. Substitute all the values in FA equation. You will get FA value 172.4 into D naught minus 112. Then use torque transmitted equation 13.9 F. In this equation, mu is unknown, all other values are known. Assume dry type. From same table number 13.4, you can get mu value also. Range is given 0.2 to 0.5. You can take mean value 0.35. So here torque value, it's known from first step. Mu is 0.35. FA 172.4 into D naught minus 112. DM value also in terms of D naught. N dash assume 2. Therefore, you will get D naught value, simplify, you will get D naught. After calculating D naught, find out mean diameter, calculate FA value and write thickness of the disc. So, we will just summarize entire procedure once. First, find out torque value using equation T is equal to 9.55 into 10 raised to 6 P by M. After getting torque value, use right equation either for uniform wear condition or for uniform pressure condition. Use right equation to calculate DM value. In most of the problems, you will get DM in terms of either DI or D naught. After getting DM value, find out FA value. To find out FA, I need small letter p. If it is not given in question, you can refer table number 13.4. To calculate FA also, you have to use different equation for uniform wear condition and uniform pressure condition. So use right equation to find out FA. After calculating FA, calculate torque. From torque equation, you can find out unknown variable or unknown term. So one last problem. A single plate friction clutch of both sides effective has 0.3 outer diameter and 0.16 meter inside diameter. Coefficient of friction is 0.2 and it runs at 1000 rpm. Find power transmitted for uniform wear and uniform pressure distribution case if allowable maximum pressure is 0.08. So here according to this question, you have to find power transmitted P value. First calculate power transmitted using uniform wear condition, then calculate same power transmitted using uniform pressure condition. Given values are, first sentence, both sides are effective, therefore N dash value is 2. Outside diameter is given 0.3 meter, inside diameter is given 0.16 meter. Coefficient of friction mu value is 0.2, N value is given 1000. And small letter p, that is maximum pressure, is given 0.08 megapascal. These are the given values. First, consider uniform wear condition. In uniform wear condition, calculate FA value. Equation number 13.9D. All the values are known here. So you will get FA value 2814.867. Calculate mean diameter DI plus D naught by 2. Again all the values are known. Calculate mean diameter. Then calculate torque transmitted. In this equation also all the values are known. Then calculate power using torque equation. You will get power in terms of kilowatt. For uniform pressure condition also you have to follow same procedure, but you have to change two equations. Equation to find out DM value and FA value you have to change. So first find out FA using equation for uniform pressure condition 13.9a. You will get FA value. Then find out DM or mean diameter. Choose right equation, you will get mean diameter 253. Remember always DM will be in between DI and D naught. Then calculate torque transmitted. You can use equation number 13.9C or F Both equations are same, you can use any one equation. Even here all the terms are known, you will get torque. Substitute this torque value in power equation, you will get final power transmitted. You can see three homework problems here, practice problems. Practice these problems. Thank you.